Alright guys, in today's video, we have the 2008 Medieval Village set versus the 2024 Medieval Village set. With all their minifigures, side builds, and accessories in all their glory, today we will determine which set is better and or which one you should buy now in 2025. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so now we have the two Inns from the set. This is the Broken Axe Inn, and I believe this is the King's Inn. I don't have the right sign for it. It did not come with the set. But purely based off of looks, I like the King's Inn more. Purely because it's blue, and we don't get much of that color in Castle as far as buildings. So I really like that. Piece count wise, this one is obviously much bigger. This one does have a lot more detail, but the color does not pop as much as this one does. And if we go ahead and spin it around, not as much detail on the side, plenty of detail on the back. More on that side with another sign for the paint shop that is inside. If we spin this one around, we see also another flat side. The back also looks very good. This side, I don't have it completely shut because I actually broke one of the pieces trying to get it open with these brittle brown pieces, but a nice staircase going up into that top level, and I do not have the correct sign for it. That's for the blacksmith shop. But overall, I like this one on its looks much more. As far as the insides though, I'll open them both up. So we can see with the Broken Axe Inn, it has a lot of detail on the inside. First room down here, we have the kind of pub area with chess set, area to hang out. We have that painter's shop, and then we have a nod to the old guarded inn up top with a room for the soldier and a nice door. I like both of these sets. Both have a staircase going up to this topmost room, which I think is pretty cool. Got a bed, very, very large kitchen in there with lots of stuff. And then up in the top, it has another room, and I will pick the camera up. The roof can come off, which is nice, and it has a hidden chest full of gold. So as far as looks and accessories go, this one definitely has more. We have to remember this, this is 2024. The other set is 2008, so there's definitely going to be differences there. Now if I open this one up, we can see obviously much less inside there. We still have the same pup down below with that reoccurring cheese piece that we get in almost every Lego Castle set. We have the bedroom, like I said for the other set, a staircase going up to the bedroom, always nice. Not really anything going on in this room down here, but I do actually prefer the flat door piece, which it's much thinner than the other set, which has a thicker door piece. I actually like this one much more than a barrel. And then that bedroom, which this one actually connects to make one. So that's just one bedroom. Like I was saying, when it comes to broken pieces, there's one back there, and back there's another one. I did not break those pieces when I bought the set. They were broken, and I just kind of had to make do. But as far as the ends go, I am going to say this one for looks, this one for play features, and overall design. Alright, as we continue to compare apples to apples, we have the blacksmith shop on the right, and we have the carpentry shop on the left attached to the cheese shop and whatever that, I don't know, it's paintings or something. I cannot remember what it's called for the life of me. All right, so we'll start it off with the new one. So as far as looks, okay, this building right here is actually very, very similar to the old one with that brown and tan style, which is very interesting. I do like that style. The rest of it, I don't really care for. I wish it was 3 separate buildings, if I'm being completely honest. The doors are all different, which I don't really mind, but I also don't know. It's got a enclosure for the goat with a little fence and a watering trough and a tree. Around the back, we can see more of that carpentry shop and the little tent, bucket, another tree, some, foliage. And around this side, I do like this idea right here with the window and it being curved. Got a little garden, pumpkin, a little bee right there. And then the inside of this is actually tricky. So it unfolds like this. So it's really weird to look at, but I'll just do this part first. So this is where they do the tapestry, that's what it's called, tapestries and paintings. That piece is just sitting there. I did it upside down because I wanted to be able to hang this if I want to reuse the piece, but it doesn't really matter. There's a little oven in the back and a little spindle for paint and I guess woolen thread over there, and then this whole thing can actually come out, but I'm not going to. Well, I guess I could. Yeah, and then you can see in there better. There's just a little kitchen in the back there. Close that up, and going over here, it's kind of hard to see. I'll open the top for you actually right now. There's some light, and close that door. We have another little chair. We have a cheese making house. We have milk on the floor, which I'm assuming it's goat milk because the set did not come with a cow, fortunately. Just lots of different types of cheese in there. Another room with a furnace in it. So lots of heat coming out of these buildings right here. Again, there's that enclosure with that watering trough. And honestly, this building is not so bad. I like the idea of having a cheese factory. It's very different. And then over here, let me spin this around. We have that carpentry shop. It's hard to see in there. Essentially, you just have a door and a little room with those tiles on the floor where you can make stuff. And up top, we have that balcony. I will remove the roof and let you all see in there. Essentially, there is a little door, and I can release. Well, I was going to release the lever, but it is on this side. I can. Oh. There we go. Release that lever, falls down. That ladder comes down into the shop. That can be completely taken off. And you can see down in there better. Overall, for play features, this module definitely has more than the other ones we will see and the other ones we have seen. But I just hate how it looks. I feel like it is like ugly. But moving on to the blacksmith shop, it on the other hand is not ugly. This looks amazing. I'll close those windows. I like the use of this piece up in here. Looks absolutely amazing. We have a water wheel, and when you spin the water wheel, you can see it back in there. It's striking the hammer. I'll get him out of there. A furnace in there, and I can spin it around. Not much on the side, big chimney. It looks equally as good on the back. This is supposed to be, and the sign's not there, a horse stable, which is connected to the blacksmith shop, which is interesting idea, but I mean, I'm sure it works. And then just hinges and stuff on that side. But if I go ahead and open it up and hopefully not break anything. All right, I had to reset the camera so I can open this up for you guys. And then on the inside, very similar to the other one. This one has a furnace that can be opened, and there is a little tiny fire in there. We have a chair and a table that is actually made using a bucket. Of course, there's nothing in there. We have that stone cup piece, which is pretty cool. There's that stable, again, very empty, very plain. There's that water wheel. I'll show you that function again. It's just a propeller striking a hammer to make those swords. And then another fire in there. Obviously, this one has a lot less going on, but as far as looks, definitely looks much better from the outside than the other one. Just like in the last two, as far as play features, this one definitely has more functionality, pieces. This one has more, but this one looks better, and I feel like nostalgia, I like this one more. Obviously, this was $100 when it came out. This set was $230, so you know, obviously there is a very big price difference there, but we're gonna go ahead and move on to the side builds. All right, guys, starting us off with accessories. I guess we should go from biggest to smallest. So the big ones are these trees. We have this dark green tree from the older castle set with these beautiful white flowers on it. I think this tree looks absolutely amazing. And then we have this light green newer tree with the wanted signs on it. This one comes with a base attached to it, and it has that little pond, frog, and just grass all around. Multiple wanted signs, price signs, beware signs. As far as looks, this one is more aesthetically pleasing, but this tree is much fuller. When you look down on it, it's much denser, and I actually like this one more just because we get so many trees in this light green color, and I think the dark green just stands out a lot, especially with the flowers. Just looks absolutely beautiful. They might be hard to see on that white base, but there they are. I like this tree more. I'm gonna give a point to the older set. Now, market stalls. This one is tricky. This one allows for more room, and you can actually place a minifigure inside it, and I'll go ahead and do that. You can place a minifigure inside it, actually probably 2 or 3 in there comfortably, but this one has more on it. So this one is a cheese stall from that cheese stand we saw earlier. It has bagels and stuff on it, which I don't really care too much for, but as far as the roof design, definitely looks more pleasing on this one. Just lots of cheese, but there is nowhere to attach minifigures on this one. It is also much smaller, but as far as looks and everything, I'm gonna have to give it to this one. This one is definitely more pieces. Also, I broke 4 pieces building this because it's that old brown, and the seller had them all stuck together, and I was trying my hardest not to break them, and I just did, and I was just getting depressed just trying to get it together. These pieces, these dark brown ones, were a pain in the butt. I probably have 10 or 15 broken ones lying in my parts bin, which is just incredibly sad. Next, I guess we will go to the carts. I'll put a picture right here of the cart that's supposed to come in the Medieval Market Village. I legit cannot find it. I looked all over my display. I cannot find it. If you guys don't know, these sets were on display in my castle village, and so the stuff was sort of spread out, so I am missing a few things. I cannot find that cart for the life of me, but I do like this one more just because it is so much bigger and can hold a lot of stuff. I also just love this design so much more, so this cart definitely better. What should I do next? We'll do these small items. The Medieval Market Village comes with a chair, very nice chair. You cannot attach it because this piece right here keeps you from attaching it to a studded area. I don't like that. This sign that comes with the Old Castle Village set, very nice. It actually goes hand in hand with our next item, these barrels of apples, fish, and flowers, which just tons of accessories with this set. Looks absolutely amazing. Great accessories to go with there, and it keeps going. We have more food items with this lovely little table, a whole turkey, and some vegetables on that golden plate, and then a armor stand to go with the blacksmith shop. And I loved that golden dark blue color theme for the Crown Knights series. Now, for the Medieval Market Village, we have these three objects. We have a little workbench with a log on it, and there's a sticker that goes on there. I just did not use the stickers for this set. I wanted to keep the sticker sheet intact. I don't even know why. Then we have I can't even remember what this is called. I know what it's called. Now that I'm filming, I can't remember it. It'll probably come back to me when I edit it, but it turns, which is pretty cool. And then another little bench and rack with this cup in a very cool color. I like this. And then a signed letter from the Lion Knight King or Queen. So as far as accessories, I am honestly going to have to give it to the 2008 Lego Castle Village. It just has so much more going on in it with all these different barrels of accessories. The cart's better, the tree's better, the stall is still very good. There's just so much going on, and I'm gonna have to give it to the older set on this one. I just think you're getting more for what you pay when you get the older one. Now, moving on to the minifigures. These are the minifigures for the 2008 Castle Village, and these are the minifigures for the 2024 Medieval Market Village. I apologize for this hairpiece. I cannot find it for the life of me. I'll put a picture of what it's supposed to look like when I do the comparisons. So for our working class, we have the blacksmith and we have the carpenter lady. And the blacksmith just automatically wins. The hood piece is so valuable nowadays, and I actually love this minifigure. Back printing, very minimal, but looks good. Front printing with those overalls still looks very good. This character, it still is a very good print, but it is very generic. That hairpiece is very nice. She also has a head on the back, just very generic. It's still a very good minifigure. The minifigures from both sets are very good. I just like this one more. Next up, we have the ladies for both sets, not including, of course, our carpenter. I will put a picture right here of what this one is supposed to look like. Again, I apologize. So, starting off, that one is just a generic torso, so it could really go either way if you just swapped out the heads. The rest of them are definitely female. This print is very good. I do think it does have back printing, and this hood, I like this hood with the little pouch, and it is very dirty across there. Very good minifigure. But in 2008 they were able to do printing on these slope pieces for both of these, but they did not do any printing on the newer slope piece in 2024. So this is 2008 versus 2024. Obviously the faces and prints are more defined on this one, but this one just has more printing on it. Same with this one. It just has more printing. Honestly, I think it's a cost-cutting measure from Lego because, you know, not every minifigure can have the extremely well-printed, you know, legs, or in this case, slopes. But at the same time, this set was $230 and this set was $100 when it came out. Obviously not $100 anymore. There's that back face print again. They are actually, I got this one for $230 and I got this one for $230, so the prices were actually about the same for each set, but the females are definitely printed better on the older 2008 Castle Village set. Moving on, we have the Peasant Boys. So for the Peasant Boys, first things first, all three prints on these are exactly the same with the same back print, so nothing to see there. Again, this one has the hood. This guy looks very nice. That backpack also adds a lot to his character. This guy also looks very good. That torso print, very nice with the satchel, very nice. And then this, I don't even know if this is a boy. It could go either way because of the face print. It could be a little girl, a little boy. I'm not one to judge. I will, let's see. This one definitely has the better torso print. I like both torso prints, but this one is definitely more defined. This hairpiece I do like though. I believe they use that also for Luke Skywalker, which is pretty funny. Overall, you're just getting more from the 2008 set. These, don't get me wrong, these figures look very good, but in the 2008 set, you are just getting more bang for your buck. Moving on, we have the Knights. So for our armored friends, we have 1 Lion Knight and 2 Crown Knights. Now, the Crown Knights and the Lion Knights actually have an equal standing in my heart. I army build both of them equally, so I love them both. Obviously the Lion Knight, much bolder printing, 2024. Obviously, Crown Knights still look very good. They both have the emblem on their torsos. No back printing for the Crown Knights. You obviously get back printing in 2025. That's almost guaranteed. Mustache on this guy, no mustaches, but you get 2 of them. So overall, obviously the minifigures are great for both sets, but you're just getting more with the 2008 Castle set. And last but not least, we will move on to the Wolfpack and Tex. So these are kind of the bad guys for the 2024 medieval Market Village. Sorry, medieval town square. What am I talking about? I'm getting my sets mixed up. This is crazy. The 2008 set did not have any bad guys in it, but this one does. So Tax Collector, obviously bad guy. We don't like taxes. Well, we do, but we don't. Whatever. He comes in purple. I really like this minifigure. This minifigure is great. Also, the Wolfpack with that new shield print and a new torso for them just looks absolutely amazing. So when it comes to bad guys, obviously giving it to the 2024 because there are no bad guys in the 2028. You are getting very good minifigures in each set. I just want to say that I love the minifigures from each set. Obviously in 2008, you're not going to get as detailed of minifigures as you are in 2024, but you are definitely getting more for the money you spend. Lego obviously likes to cut back in modern years, so you're definitely not going to get, you know, certain styles of printing. The printing you do get will be better, but you're not going to get as much as you would have back then. Like I said, the minifigures look great from both sets, but now we're going to move on to probably the most loved part of each set, the animals. So in 2008, you got 2 cows and 2 brick-built chickens. In 2024, we got the goat and that green frog, but mainly the goat. I think we definitely know who wins this one as far as animals. You're just getting, like I've been saying, you're getting more bang for your buck in 2008, but obviously the goat, awesome that we got it in a new color and it actually came back. So I feel like 1 goat is equal to 1 cow and both chickens, but obviously we have 2 cows. So 2008 wins the animal category. There's just more, like I said, more bang for your buck. So overall, which set do I think is better? Both sets are extremely beautiful and have their ups and downsides. In 2024, you're definitely getting more detail, more pieces, but at a $230 price tag. in 2008, you are getting less detail, less pieces, less accessories, but you are getting more minifigures, more animals, more side builds, and you're paying $130 less. So when it comes to prices in 2008, it is definitely more worth it to get this set if they were equal value. Okay, they're both on the shelves today. It is better to get the $100 Medieval Market Village. No, I said that wrong. I'm stupid. Sorry. It's better to get the 2008 Village set than it would be to get the 2024 set. But the prices aren't the same anymore. This is $230, and this set could go $230 to $500. So in 2024, if you're just looking for a good Lego Castle Village set to get, you're kind of stuck on getting the newer 2024 model, which at a $230 price tag is a lot, but it's not a bad set. Well guys, I feel like that wraps things up for this video. I'm very blessed to have both of these sets. Actually, I do have two of this set. I just used the other one mainly for parts. You can go check out my video where I show off my Lego Castle City. I'll link that in the description. And obviously having this set, don't mind my background, I'm recording in my kitchen. They are two absolutely wonderful sets. I love both of them. Very blessed to have both of them. And with that, you know, leave your opinions in the comments. I always like to hear what you guys have to say. Have a great rest of your day.